When people think of Malaga, it usually conjures up an image of, well, an airport. It's just a place that you pass on your way to the bars and clubs of Torremolinos and Marbella. There isn't actually anything in Malaga, is there? You bet there is. Welcome to Andalusia's most vibrant city, perched on the edge of the Mediterranean. Okay, so it might not have the international glamour of somewhere like Seville, but more than 500,000 people still live here. Malaga enjoys a fantastic climate. Even now in winter, it's still very pleasant outdoors. The Malagueños are proud of their city, the birthplace of Picasso. Actually, you can hardly move without bumping into a tacky Picasso memento shop. But hey, if you've got it, flaunt it. And the Picasso Museum attracts busloads of tourists every year. In fairness, the streets around the museum are a hub of traditional Spanish activity, as those in the know relax in tapas bars and restaurants way cheaper than anywhere else on the coast. El Pimpi Bar is probably the most famous, though pleasingly still untouched by mass tourism. But if you want to buy a drink or a spot of tapas, you'd better get your phrasebook out, because English ain't spoken here. Let's have a look. The atmosphere here is great. It's like going into someone's house, with different rooms, chairs, plants, nooks and crannies. And for something completely different and totally Spanish that's not in the tourist guides, head here. This is Calle Comisario, just across from Calle Larios, and let me tell you, it serves some fantastic food. And there are other quirky venues too. Take this place, it's called Café con Libros. That's cafe with books. And why? Because it's full of them. Simply come in, grab a coffee, reach for a book, have a seat, and while the afternoon away. And a quick trawl through the history books reveals that the name Malaga was probably a take on the Phoenician word for salt, because fish was salted near the harbour here about 1,000 years BC when the city was first established. It's still a busy working harbour today. Other historical stuff includes this massive Baroque cathedral, which the Spanish locals call La Manquita, or the one-armed woman. That's because no one ever quite got round to finishing it, so she looks a bit lopsided, with one of the bell towers still missing. And check this out. Just sitting in the middle of town, there's a big fat Moorish castle above and an original Roman amphitheatre below. It was discovered by mistake when the local council was renovating the city's library. And more recently, film star hunk Antonio Banderas was born in Malaga and still wanders around town with wife Melanie Griffith without being mobbed. And on the arty front, this theatre behind me hosts film festivals, classical music and men in tights. Well, you know, ballet. It may be a city full of hustle and bustle, but just 2 minutes walk from the very centre, you come to this. Miles and miles of fantastic shoreline. Come here, chill out, relax, and watch the sun go down. So there you have it, a traditional urban sprawl striving to be recognised as a modern European city. It's even bidding for the title of European Capital of Culture 2016. Malaga, the thinking man's Costa del Sol.